Hello ladies and gentlemen, SeKo Starcraft back with another pro replay from the RSL. We have Liquid Ret up against Whitera. I think he's part of his own team. Whitera. Used to be TTE Sports, but now it's Whitera. Say that 5 times fast. See how you do with it. This is another one of those funky RSL maps. I know that during RSL they generally have it set up. I thought that was a mineral patch for a second. Set up to use the really cool GOM TV casting setup, but for these maps that obviously aren't part of the map pool, it's a little bit different. There always seems to be new maps out there. I'm very impressed that pro players pick them up really quick and build their strategies. Most of them follow very similar conventions. You know, good mirrored setups, so there isn't really any advantages for anybody. But each of them has some sort of, different characteristics. It's kind of interesting. Is that a walkway? I've never seen this map before, so you gotta give me a break. It looks like it is. That's weird. And then you gotta go all the way down here. This is a crazy map. That's really strange. I don't know if I like that little bridge thing. Oh, no, that's not a bridge. Yes, it is a bridge. I guess you can defend that pretty good. Looks like Whitera will scout pretty quickly where the Zerg player is. The Zerg player, Ret, will know that Whitera is on the top left, more than likely. He did go for the pool first. It looks like he should be able to get his hatch down without a problem, and the Nexus will be going down from Whitera as well. Even before Gateway. Very large map. It's nice to see some more 4-player maps in the map pool. There's only a handful of them. As much as I like smaller maps myself to play on, for pro players, I generally like seeing a mixture of big maps because it means that you're going to get a little bit more craziness out of it. This is a best of 3 between Liquid Ret and Whitera. This is game 1, in case people didn't realize. Probe sitting down here right in the middle, though he can still technically sneak stuff around at the top then, because of this. And the natural third from both of these players will be going towards their opponent. This base down here seems a little... well, there's enough space behind it that it's not really going to get taken out too easily. It does look a little perilous, though, to try to take as your third. This one seems a little bit more in range. If you have some swarm hosts right in the middle, you could actually protect both of your bases quite well. Zerglings running around just to scout for any pylons and proxies. Oh, I guess this is the natural place to take the third. Zerg players, for the most part, are going to expand away from their opponents, so it doesn't surprise me too much to see this. There's a pretty wide opening at the front. That's not too bad. Looks like that gateway might be a little bit far forward, or further forward than it needs to be. But it's pretty close to the Nexus there if they try to back it up too much. Looks like they did end up finding Monsieur Probe. Did he see the other hatchery though? He does not know of the third base from the Zerg. He did scout over here to see a third, assuming that's where it would be. Should be able to sneak that probe down. It's very close. If you have 2 Zerglings, you generally can take out a probe. If you only have 1 Zergling, it is nearly impossible because of the regen on the shields. Oh, that's so close. I don't think so. Is it worth it? Ooh, almost loses both. Almost had it though. So let's look at the tech from both of these guys. Ret is the king of drones. He will go up for tons and tons and tons of drones. Ret and Machine both. They're both huge on the economy, I've noticed watching those games, which is fun. Watched some other games from Whitera recently. Had some very interesting 2-base builds, as well as 3-base expansion plans. Looks like that's a pretty good little setup there for the wall off with the Zealot in the middle. Another probe is going to go out. As a protoss player, you really want to know if that third base is going down or if they're going to be going for some form of expansion. 10 more workers on the way, more queens. Finally getting more gas. Takes the gas at the natural first. That way, if it is scouted, you do have a chance to throw off your opponent as to the amount of gas you have. Probe's just kind of chilling out there. Ooh, what was that drone doing? I might just... ooh. Yeah. Ooh, Stalker's out now. Oh, didn't quite get that last zealot. Still a few more hit points on it. Oh, did get that drone kill. That's alright. Killed 4 lings and a drone. That's pretty successful. Alright with that. Roach Warren is on the way. Another 8 drones. Looks like Ret's just really not scared of this pressure. But this probe up here tells me that what's coming out here from Whitera is going to be more pressure. Ooh, does manage to get one of those stalkers down. Gets the zealot. Stalker's taking a little bit of hull damage there. Oh, that pylon tells a good story. 4 more zealots coming in. The Roach Warren is not done yet. That crawler might become quite handy. I still think crawlers take too long to make. Does get his inject off. Doesn't really want to engage these stalkers. I'm sorry, these zealots. Drones die just so fast. Bunch of roaches on the way now though. There's the roaches pop out. Pretty good timing, though this close tight quarters of zealots on these roaches is not what you want to have. Just look at the workers killed here. 15 workers killed. That's what you get for being really greedy with workers though. More zealots coming in. This just might be too much damage. Focus down the weak unit. Didn't get it. You might get that 1 pylon, but that's really not going to be that big a deal. Whitera is supply blocked, so it helped out a bit. There's no speed for these Zerglings yet. Speed is now finished. Should be able to clean that up. Ret has a pretty good supply. I don't think Whitera wanted to win with that push. What? Say what? Oh man. I know Ret lost quite a bit. That's a lot of economy. That's a lot of economy. He was making a Spire as well. And look at the tech behind us from the Protoss player. 4 gates, 1 robo. I'm not a fan of that decision. Sure, it would have been tough for him to keep this. He probably would have kept his base alive. But he had a pretty good... Look at this. Look at the units tab here. 62 workers to 48. I think that's a little bit of a premature loss there by Ret. That's a little disappointing for me.